Welcome everybody to the 11th episode of the Gaming Den. This is your gaming podcast where we talk about everything games and all of the awesomeness that is going on around in the social media. Hopefully it's a lot of the topics that you guys don't hear about on all the other amazing podcasts that you guys watch. Me and Fox love to bring new things, bring you guys entertainment, and of course, what we all love to do, talk gaming. So, with no further ado, I am your co-host, Shewulf, joined by, and then you already heard all of Fox's stuff. So,
yeah, Fox, what's up? Thank you for being in the chat.
It's gonna be funny because it's gonna be like
I'm gonna have to cut this. You know that, right? I'm gonna cut the first intro, and I'm gonna use this intro. So yes, I'm Fox. Thank you for being in the chat, everyone. And we have a little bit of mixed topics from last week, which we didn't get to do the show, and then obviously some new topics. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's get started.
One of these times, I'll actually have everything working the first time around.
Oh,
the
man,
joys.
That's funny.
The joys. I hope you guys are excited. It's Friday. Who doesn't
They're
love
questioning our
Fridays?
background. They're like, listen, what's going on? You're PC gamers now? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Maybe for
No, they're not.
this week.
No, they're not. Okay, first off, technically, what's going on here is like, I'm a streamer. You stream. You make videos. It could be like the setup. Doesn't necessarily mean we play on PC. How do you like that?
That's not a rigged up PC back there in the picture. No, not at all.
Honestly, my PC almost looks like that. That's the funny part.
Yeah, and you play on everything, so that's understandable. But I will be getting some new stuff for my setup, especially like going towards my birthday in the summer. I gotta add all that cool stuff so I can edit better for my YouTubes.
True. So, what we were talking about earlier, though, guys, is like what we've played and stuff. I was playing God of War earlier. It released on PlayStation 4. Had some cool makeup going on for the whole war paint kind of thing. Had some fun with it. It was really quick, though.
Picture.
I literally had like 15 minutes to just like take red like paint that I had and try to like get it as close as possible.
Yeah,
I know I needed like the white ash stuff, but I ran out of white paint from when I was doing what were the last ones? So yeah.
So, Sea of Thieves, you did something for
Siren. Oh, no, that one had, I think I used the last bit of my white paint, because I had to mix that with, like, a grayish blue to try to, because I went, like, straight down, like, full chest. Oh. The sub. Everyone's hitting those sub buttons because there's free subs going on right now.
Awesome.
Eventually. I tried to actually stop it. I tried to like have it so it wouldn't do that anymore.
No,
but
it's okay.
I have to like literally remove everything off of my Streamlabs to do it. I'm like, that's so stupid.
Welcome to the new sub. I am part of that hype train.
But yeah, anyways, so let's get into the topics. Let's get into, because we'll be talking about God of War, so we don't need to get into that.
I mean, yeah, true. So yeah, you were saying, what was it, Fortnite, God of War, and I was mostly playing a lot of COD. So I mean, it was pretty simple, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Very simple.
Because it's just Fortnite.
Who doesn't know Fortnite?
Someday, people will start enjoying other video games other than Fortnite. I hope. I
doubt it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I don't know. Truthfully, there is a game that there is a game that could come out and actually change that. And I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, what is she talking about? Call of Duty Black Ops 4 reportedly has no campaign. But, the big but, guess who's bringing a Battle Royale mode?
Oh no. Oh no!
I figured this was like a perfect segue into it because like we see a lot of things going around about Battle Royales and all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting because people like them because you can literally just jump into them, fight, find guns, die, start over. It's not really a huge progression. You don't have to worry about, and like, you never have to worry about, you know, trying to be better, like higher than anyone else in level and all that kind of stuff, because literally it's not as important.
Yeah.
Like, someone could literally just start from scratch, join into the game, and you could still get number one if, you know, if you just play your cards right, get the right guns, you know, be stealthy enough or whatever. Anyone can do it. And that's the interesting part of it, is no matter how you look at it, Battle Royales allow people to just go in and have fun. And I think that's cool. However, I think it's just a little bit too much where everything is doing it now. And the one main game that actually, like, did it first isn't really getting as much hype as it used to, which is kind of funny. Because, like, everyone's all about, like, the PUBG or the Fortnite style of it, which is even funnier because, like, they stole the thunder from PUBG to begin with.
Yeah, they did. They took that ball and ran with it.
Mm-hmm. But they were smart. They made it free to play. PUBG's not free to play. Makes you wonder if PUBG would have actually released like a free to play and then just added transactions or whatever, like microtransactions, like what Fortnite does. Do you think PUBG would actually be doing better?
I don't know, because like we've mentioned before, Fortnite is more accessible, especially to the most popular console of this generation, which is the PlayStation, and PUBG isn't. So I think that's a big part of it, is the fact that PUBG is only on 2 platforms as opposed to all 3.
Which is funny though, because majority of people, so we're live on Mixer right now.
Right.
And the majority of people that watch Mixer are actually Xbox gamers, and they're all about Fortnite.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting as well to think about.
So that's why I wonder. Like, I do wonder if
also,
like...
it's another thing that goes into it is the fact that it has more, I feel like we're going into a Fortnite topic. I'm going to talk about COD. No, but real quick, I feel like Fortnite does offer more because it has different modes as opposed to PUBG. It doesn't have that much stuff to offer on the Xbox side. Remember, we mentioned this as well, which is there's more things to do on PUBG on PC than there is on Xbox. So that's another thing that holds it back. So with all those things, it's like you're putting up walls. And Fortnite doesn't. Fortnite just, hey, here's new modes for everybody. Hey, here's all this for everybody, you know? So it's just more accessible, and it has more things to offer. And some people would say that it's fun. It's more fun. But I don't know. I mean, for me, they're kind of the same, and I don't enjoy Battle Royale. And going back to Call of Duty, which is, I'm kind of disappointed to hear this, to hear that they might be taking away the campaign story-based kind of thing, which I do enjoy those sometimes. But I'm all about the multiplayer. I'm all about team deathmatch, domination, kill confirm. I'm all about the typical multiplayer aspect of COD. That's what I think about when I play COD. And to hear that they're gonna add Battle Royale, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know about this. Will them adding this, will the multiplayer be lackluster? Would it lose its shine that it already has? Because they're adding the whole Battle Royale thing to it. Also, it might affect both multiplayer and zombies, which that's another thing that I think about nowadays when I think of COD. It's zombie mode. But everybody's going to be playing Battle Royale. So will they put all their focus on that, and then the other ones are going to start lacking? I would be very disappointed to if that happens.
Yeah, so my whole thing about Call of Duty and the whole Battle Royale thing is a neat idea, because, like, let's be honest, Battlefield is kind of one of the first ones that, you know, could literally say that they did the Battle Royale thing first, with their whole, like, what, you can have, like, 60 people on a team?
I think it's, 32 versus 32, or something like that.
Well, I know it's high anyways, but you still have a whole bunch of people on the board at one time. So they kind of did it first in their own aspect. Now, the thing about the Battle Royale is how are they going to do it? Are they going to do it where it's teams? So, like, are you actually going to have, like, a squad of 6 and you're going to run in kind of thing? Like, It all depends on how they also release it as well. Are they
Yeah.
going to make it a little more unique than just your standard, your standard battle royale, or are they going to stick to exactly how PUBG and how Fortnite did it? Now, yes, in the chat, Innocent and Timidos make really good points. Like, the thing about Fortnite that pulls people in so much is the fact that PUBG has, like... Okay, so PUBG's biggest problem is the fact that, like, it's more realistic. So getting the graphics to go, like, perfectly clear is really hard. Because there's so many fine details you have to go into it. Where Fortnite, you literally don't have to. Like, obviously, you know, kids like bright colors. They like cartoons. And that's what this game gives. Which means not as much graphics need to go into the game.
Well, I don't know. I think it
there's
depends.
not as much...
I think that's just an. Well, if you want to compare it to Fortnite, that's just art-wise, like the art style.
Yeah, but it's not as much detail though. Like, if you really think about it, they don't have to focus as much detail. Where
well, they're not
PUBG
realistic
lacks though.
details.
No, but that's
Yeah.
the point though. Like, that's my point. Where PUBG, it lacked as soon as it released on Xbox because it literally wasn't graphically there.
Yeah, it looked realistic, but it didn't have the graphical, like, realistic details, like the textures and all that other stuff. Right. But Call of Duty doesn't have to worry about that because they already have the engine. They've been doing this forever. The thing that they have to focus on and having so many people in a server, and making it unique enough that it stands out from the rest.
Yes.
So I feel like. I don't know.
Would you
if
play...
anybody could pull it off,
so
Activision
if
can,
it was a
because
World
they
War
have the
II,
resources.
if it was like a World War II, like, Battle Royale, would you play it?
Oh man, I don't know. I would always give it a try because I've tried so far. I tried PUBG and I tried Fortnite and I don't enjoy those. So it's not about, like, the era, it's more of the gameplay.
Yeah.
And I like having my guns, my layout, my loadout. I already have those things and I like ranking up, right? So I care that I reach 255 and then I can go prestige. And I don't
Well,
get to do
Battle
that
Royale
stuff
is
in
definitely
Battle
not
Royale.
going to have that, so...
Exactly. So that's the thing that throws me off. I get bored and it just becomes a scavenger hunt and then it becomes a survival game and I don't enjoy those types of games. So I would be disappointed as a COD fan who has left and come back to the series. So
Alright, hold on,
I'm not
sorry.
happy about that.
Arcade, thank you so much for that subscribe. Much love goes out to you. If you have a bunch of amazing perks, make sure you check them out.
That's 2 subs?
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's because of me. You're welcome. You know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry guys. It goes on to saying that, Polygon, sources told Polygon the decision was made as the development team realized the campaign would not be completed by planned release date. So, the whole thing about not including the campaign, is it actually more that they're just not going to have it finished because they're focused more on the Battle Royale, or is it, like...
No, this is the interesting part. Battle Royale, they're not even doing it. It's not Treyarch doing the Battle Royale, it's Raven. Raven, the ones that did the remaster for Modern Warfare, it's a completely different studio doing Battle Royale. They're focusing on that. So what is Treyarch doing, to be honest?
Well,
I heard
according to sources, Treyarch decided to focus on expanding the multiplayer and the fan favorite zombie mode instead. So they are focusing on the multiplayer and the zombie mode, which means, like, obviously the games are still going to have a huge impact on the multiplayer and zombie idea that we all hopefully still, you know, stick to the same ones we know and love. But I agree though. I still stick with you. Is the Battle Royale going to just kind of squash those?
Take over?
Yeah.
I feel like it might. But like I also pointed out, there's a different development team doing that. It's Raven Software doing the Battle Royale, but it's kind of odd to me that Treyarch just stopped doing the campaign or the story mode. I heard 2 things. I heard that they already have an idea for the campaign, but they're not going to be done with it in time because they did change the date. Remember, Call of Duty is always in November. This time around it's going to be in October, so that kind of threw them off schedule a little bit.
Yeah, it's
maybe?
like October 17th, so it's not even like the end.
Off.
It's not even the end of October. It's like
the beginning.
Yeah, which is
it's
crazy.
Different. It's like a month way before they usually release the game. And another thing is, I heard the storyline was so convoluted because within the Call of Duty Black Ops series, they're always going through time. They're always changing things up, and they're always talking about like weird storylines, which it's kind of interesting until I got to 3, where that was a hot mess. So that kind of didn't make sense to me. But before that, I thought they were pretty good, and I guess the storyline I heard, it was so convoluted that Activision said no. They weren't interested in it. It was too weird or something, or maybe it didn't make sense, and that's why they said scrap it. I don't know.
I guess
don't
we'll
know if
have
that's
to
true.
See. We will have to see, that's for sure.
Another thing that they're happy with the whole Battle Royale being implemented into COD is that they're going to keep that Battle Royale going, because it's going to be like a separate add-on. So when you get the game, it's going to have a separate code for you to play Battle Royale. And then the next year, when Call of Duty comes out, you're going to still keep that Battle Royale, but they're going to change the theme to whatever the next game is going to be. So if the next game is going to be Modern Warfare or Vietnam, they're going to change Battle Royale to that theme, which I thought was like, what? That is so trippy.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. We will have to wait and see what happens and how it actually plays out. I'm excited for it. I do think that there is definitely a lot of stuff going on, and we're gonna have to kind of just bear it and wait. Like, that's the only part that kind of sucks is like there's so much going on, but at the same time not enough going on to tell us what's going on. And
yeah, but like a lot of the people like giving out these information is a lot of supposedly, I'm going to say supposedly, reliable sources, because they have said things before that are true, and they've said information about COD that has come true. So, I mean, you're right, we won't know, but supposedly these are reliable sources, and the fact that they're already saying these things is putting the community or the Call of Duty fans in a weird position, because some of them like it because they like the multiplayer aspect, and then some that are like, well, I'm not gonna buy it because I buy it for the campaign and I stay for the multiplayer, so then they're already disappointed. Plus, are you still gonna charge $60 if this is an online multiplayer based game only? Like, some people are calling it Call of Duty Overwatch.
Yeah, it is. Like, again, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. If you're a COD fan, I guess kind of hold your breath. Just you're gonna have to just bite your fingernails and wait.
May 17th, they're gonna reveal the Call of Duty official trailer with some information. I think.
I believe that's what they said. Speaking of battle royales, though, let's move on to one that is kind of interesting. Because Cliffy B recently came out and stated that, you know, they were leaving Lawbreakers behind and all that kind of fun stuff. It got canceled.
No surprise.
It was a multiplayer that kind of went down the drain really easily. But he decided he wasn't going to give up and he was going to bring out another game, which of course is Radical Heights. Now, I played this. The first thing I said when I started was it kind of sucks that there wasn't a female character, but they actually did add the playable female characters now, which was kind of cool. So I may have to actually go
they're
back.
Still adding to that game. You're right.
They are. And so, okay, first off, this game is in early access. Like, extremely early access. It's more like alpha access than it is actually just, like, straight up beta access. So, like, this is, like, really early. But I actually really enjoyed playing it.
Uh-oh.
So, it is another Battle Royale, as we all know. The funny thing is, though, they're sitting here trying to say that it's actually trying to compete with PUBG and Fortnite. The possibility of it is, I guess it's slim, but I guess to the point could have some. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
it
In the
has
future.
the funness. Like, it really has the funness. And it has, like, this whole retro thing that everyone seems to kind of be digging lately.
Yeah, the 80s style.
Yeah, and so, like, wouldn't you have fun, like, say if they turn around and start adding, like, crazy things, like, I don't know, like Jason from Friday the 13th, or if they start adding, like, It the Clown costumes, or, like, they added Rambo, so you can, like, play as Rambo, like, so, like, 80s things, like, I don't know, Back to the Future guy or something, you know what I mean? Like, have skins
okay, here we
from,
go. Now
like,
you're getting me.
yeah, so, like, skins from, like, the 80s and stuff like that, and like, okay,
That's a lot of licensing. I don't think Cliffy B has that kind of money.
No, I doubt
anyway.
it. But it's just the concept, though.
Yeah.
The thing about this game, okay, is one, when you're doing stuff, you don't have a bus, you don't have a car or anything else like that, or a plane that you're falling out of. When you start the game, you're in this like arcade kind of place, and you're like just riding a bike if you choose to, or you can just stand there and wait. Doesn't matter. And then they just drop you. So you don't.
That's so weird.
It is.
Why do you do that? It's like you're just falling. And at first time I was watching you, I was like, hello, that guy's not putting out his parachute. And then he just rolled, and I'm like, oh.
So I actually smacked a building the one time, and it made me roll, and then it shot me like, I don't know, like probably like 10 feet away from where I hit the building. It was kind of funny.
That was so weird.
It was. But
so goofy. The game is so goofy.
You don't get damage from falling really high, which I really like, because that's one of the biggest things I hate is when, like, you fall. Like, you're already being shot from, like, 50 billion people. Why do they need to, like, give you fall damage in other games? Like, it drives me crazy. Especially when you're, like, sliding down a hill and then, oh, guess what? You, like, stubbed your toe, so now you're gonna lose half your health. Like, yeah, I'm talking about you, Fortnite. Like, literally, I'll slide down a hill, and I made it down the hill, and it's like, oh, okay, you're fine. But then, like, right at the very bottom of the hill, it's like, I stubbed my damn toe or something, and it took, like, half my health. I'm like, seriously? Seriously right now? Wow. Drives me crazy. But Radical Heights doesn't do that. There's no fall damage. There's these really cool, like, so you have, like, these big box rooms that you, like, stand on, and you have to try to, like, open, and then, like, surprise rooms, I guess you can say. And then there's, like, the vending machines, so you have to, like, break things to get money, and then you, like, can get guns from, like, vending machines, which I thought was kind of cool. And I think that's kind of, like, it's kind of funny that, like, Radical Heights had this, and now Fortnite has vending machines. Like, seriously, Fortnite, Epic, stop stealing everybody's, like, ideas. Like, seriously. Can we just stop now? No offense, but, like, come on.
Is it stealing what is better? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's better, but I do think it's funny, though, like, because, so they have, like, the vending machine type things that are, like, you know, that you get, like, candy and stuff out of, or toys out of, and then there's, like...
Can I say how the vending machines is kind of weird, though, because I've seen some gameplay of people camping the vending machines.
Well, yeah, because,
I don't know, like, if that's a good idea.
If it's, like, the best ones, like, if they have, like, really, like, good stuff in them, you can, but chances are, if you think there's somebody there, you could just run to a different one, because, like, frankly, they give a good bulk of them.
Yeah, I know they're scattered around everywhere, but I've seen people camp out and then get a whole bunch of kills, more than I've ever seen most people get in PUBG, basically. In a whole life game, and next thing you know, they're camping out the machines, and I'm like, wow, okay, he just killed mostly everybody.
Yeah, but wait, are you talking about on Fortnite that they camped? Oh, no, geez. Hold on.
Actually.
Gaming Boy, thank you so much for that subscribe.
That's funny.
I know.
She's like, wait a minute, hold that thought.
At least I stop you from talking this time and don't let you just keep going where then they can't hear you.
No, that's the funny part. That's the funny part.
This will eventually stop, because, like, the free subs will be over, and yeah.
That's fun. 3 subs.
I know, you guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. And that was not supposed to be what it was supposed to be. But yeah. So
yeah, the machines. I was talking about Radical Heights. That's what I was talking about. Because I can't remember when I watched Fortnite. people using the machines.
It would make sense for PUBG players to, like, especially if you find the yellow ones. I found a gold one. I would have sat there and just, like, but still, it... Oh. Twisted, thank you so much for that subscribe. Much love goes out to you. Damn, you guys are rocking it with these subscribes. You guys are amazing.
I'm gonna title this subscription episode.
A subscription episode?
Gaming and subscription
I know.
and other topics.
You guys are so amazing. Oh my god. I'm like smiling from ear to ear right now. You guys are amazing. But yeah, so like my thing about this game is when will you be on? Monday. Gaming Boy just hit me up on Monday. Well, we actually have Dashboard, just so everyone knows. We'll be playing Fortnite on Dashboard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Woman.
Yeah. So, but
okay, let me point out another thing that I don't like about Radical Heights.
Okay, what?
The guns, I mean, I know they're still working on the game, but as it stands, I don't like that the guns have, like, no recoil. I see people always have, like, just shooting somebody down perfectly every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's basically about who sees who first, because there's no recoil to your guns. So you just, as soon as you see somebody, you aim at them, and then you shoot them, they're dead. Every time I've seen different videos from people, I see no recoil in these weapons, and I know they're still working on it, but that's something that does bug me.
Like, the very first time I played it, I actually got to, second place. I would have been first, but I switched from my shotgun to my AR for some stupid reason, and he kept his shotgun out, and he just, like, the shotguns, of course, are still OP. They're still, like, one shot, and you're done. So, yeah,
you like the little bikes?
Those bike things are cute. So they're weird, though. It
reminds me of San Andreas from, like, Grand Theft Auto.
They're cute,
that was funny.
But they're, like, weird at the same time, because, like, you try to ride them, which, like, I guess is kind of cool, because if, like, oh, that's the other thing. The areas, so the areas do not close like a circle. In, like how Fortnite and PUBG are when it's like a circle that closes in on you. Radical Heights does not have that. It's actually, it cuts off squares of the map at a time. So you constantly have to just keep moving out of like sections of that map, which I thought is kind of neat how they did it a little different. And then, like, when it is down to, like, the final people in the final area, this giant friggin' retro thing drops from the sky. Like, comes down, it's, like, this game show kind of thing. Like, it's literally, they turn it into, like, a game show on who can survive. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's definitely unique in those aspects where it stands out. And I think that's why a lot of people like it, because of the retro feel, because of the goofiness, because they have little bikes, because, yeah, it's not the same, but at the same time it is, because you could just jump into that game and know how to play it, especially if you're used to Fortnite, aka everybody's jumping around and shooting, right? And you play it the same way, but at the same time it is different.
I like that you don't have to build.
This is true. This is true. I do like that as
No
well.
building. At all,
and it's still in its baby form, so it could develop to something better, and especially with people with community feedback, basically. And it's free, so anybody can play on PC. But if he ever brings it over to the PlayStation or the Xbox, that's when he'll actually get some traction, like Fortnite. Because right now, he's still gonna be like, you know, the baby like version of Battle Royale. You know, because you're only on PC, so only some people could play it, and you're still working on the game. So everybody's gonna flock to the ones that have the most features, the most modes, and right now that's Fortnite is the most popular.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's because of, like, again, its art style, and what it has to bring, and you know, they also have, like, the cool skins. Everybody loves, like, as much as, like, it is how ridiculous they cost. It still has that fun, like, you can be a dinosaur, you could be, heck, you can be John Wick, like, now they got Xur, so now you can be Xur, and it's like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so, you know, they keep making it more entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I think Radical Heights could be that. It could have a lot of funness to it as long as it keeps improving to the point where it doesn't become just like every other Battle Royale. I think it could do better. And eventually, like, Cliffy B, you are going to have to start upping it to where you will be able to bring it to the consoles. Because if you keep it too long... If you keep it too long on the PC, you will lose the fans. Because then, like, by the time it, like, releases on the PC, like, on the consoles, it'll end up turning out to be like, oh, well, now Battle Royales are over and we're moving on to, I don't know, crazy super space alien fighters. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I could agree with that, because basically he kind of went through the same thing with Lawbreakers, and at the time, Overwatch was hype mode, and other games that were like that, and he was kind of late to the party, and people are already moving on from that. And even though Overwatch is popular game to some, it already has its crew, it already has its community, and those people are not leaving Overwatch to go play Lawbreakers, which is only available on certain platforms.
Plus, it kind of had Blizzard's name to stand behind it.
Oh yeah,
so,
that definitely.
That definitely had help. But that's what it comes down to, is like, you have to release your game. Like, that's why Fortnite, I think, did so well on how it did, because of the fact that when it came, one, it released the zombies, the fun zombies, the cute zombie mode first, and it came to all the consoles. It's not just strictly on Xbox. And then they released the Battle Royale to everybody, quick. It wasn't just oh, here, you can play the beta. Like, that was the problem with PUBG, was the fact that PUBG sat on PC beta for so long. People could watch it, but they couldn't play it. So then as soon as Fortnite came and they gave people that chance to play that style of game, they drifted to it really quickly.
Yeah.
People wanted it. People really thought the Battle Royale thing was cool, everything else like that. But it wasn't coming to consoles until that fall, where PUBG or Fortnite was just like, guess what? We'll release it now. We'll release it free. Here you go. How about you can go play? And then, of course, so people started playing it because they wanted the game like PUBG. But then people ended up
on the PlayStation as well.
Yep, and people grew to love it. So, as much as Epic likes to steal ideas, they still had the right move to do what they did. So
yeah, they're very smart with the business on that one.
The business aspect, yes.
Yeah.
Morally, I think you're kind of short, but hey.
Kind of questionable on that one.
Questionable, but we'll let it go because, hey,
You want to touch real quick on the next Battle Royale thing that we have on here, which I don't know, it's not really that much to say about it.
Are you talking about the PUBG thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
We don't really have that much to say.
Desert map is finally coming to Xbox on PUBG next month, and the only thing I can say to that is, finally?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. It's cool, and it's something that could definitely get people back into playing the game. Especially, by the way, it's available this weekend for free.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to tell you that in the notes, but yeah, if you want to try PUBG and see that it's for you, if you already are enjoying Fortnite and you want to try something else and you haven't gotten into PUBG, it is having a free weekend. And then from there, I think they're trying to see if they can grab some people because it's going to have another map available next month. But I don't know if it's going to grab people, if they're still working on the game in general. So I hope they're also releasing an update to clean up any bugs, to buff whatever they need to buff with weapons, or nerf whatever they need to nerf. And then, they could release this map, which, by the way, I also hope this map has been fixed, because when it was on PC, people were complaining about it.
Yeah.
And it was, like, too open and boring and stuff like that. And they said they were going to try to do some things and add some buildings.
You know what's funny, though?
To fix it. So, I don't know.
You know what's funny, though, is the fact that PUBG actually has some really cool, like, other modes that they have. Like, they have, like, the zombie one, and, of course, they have, like, the team deathmatch one. But yet, they're not releasing those. Like, even on PC, unless you're a partner, you can't play those. Like, PUBG, You are in game preview. Release these to the content people. Like, your gamers that are playing your games want this content. Release this content. Yes, if it's broken, you're in game preview. That is what you're for. You're supposed to sit there and be like, all right, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what we can do to make better. Yada, yada, yada. But they're not. They're literally, they released it in game preview and then just released the base game that they've already had for over a year now.
Yep.
Like, release this content to the console players. You want to get that fan base back? Give them something.
Yeah, and also you get more feedback out of that.
Yeah.
You get more specifically what's wrong with the game or the map or whatever if you give it to more people. So if more hands have access to it, you get more feedback. You can fix it even better, faster, and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with you. They should have these extra modes over on the Xbox side as well, especially if supposedly it's easy to port from PC to Xbox, which we heard that supposedly being said many times. I want to see them implement that. If it is easy to port, just do the little, coding, whatever, that you have to do, and port it over, so Xbox can have access, and you guys can have feedback. And God knows that you need that feedback, because Fortnite is slapping you around. And right now, PUBG is on sleep mode. You know? It
is. And like I said, they need to give the console players something to keep them driven. Not like that's the thing where Fortnite is constantly updating. They're constantly, like I said, giving new skins. That even just a skin makes people be like, "Oh my god, I want to go get that," and then they play with it. Like they give them that fun aspect of it, where PUBG isn't doing that. And if PUBG doesn't step it up, they will become like lawbreakers, and they're just going to get pushed under the rug, and it sucks because it was a really good game.
Yeah, it might get left behind. And for the fans, the PUBG fans out there, I hope not. I hope that it could keep up, but you never know. I don't know. I feel like they could have done so many things by now. And when other Battle Royales are running by it and passing it, and now we're seeing that Call of Duty might add, and Red Dead is going to add it. It's like, wow, where's PUBG going to be left behind, basically?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, like I said, it's a free weekend. If you guys want to try it and check it out for yourself, the new map isn't there yet, but you could play the base map. That's it. And then next month they'll add the new stuff.
Yeah, except sadly, still $30 after everything is said and done. So, which is, I think, another thing that they did wrong. They shouldn't have released it for $30 on
preview.
Yeah, because it already cost that much on PC. They should have released it at least down to like $15.
Well, I would say 20 if anything, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but when you get one like friggin' Fortnite that comes out free, like
yeah, definitely.
Parents are more okay to allow their kids to play free games than to play ones that are going to cost them money.
This is true. Well, we'll see what happens to PUBG. We've talked about it so many times, and we already know the issues that it has. And I don't know if it could keep up, honestly.
That's for sure. That is for sure. So moving on to some other conversations that are not related to Battle Royale, because hey, Battle Royale
we killed that topic.
It is the future. Hopefully not. I really hope it's not, but as of right now, it is. So let's jump into State of Decay 2 possibly going to Steam.
Oh.
I honestly don't care if it goes to Steam. Again, it could go to PlayStation, and I wouldn't be mad. The more games that sell means the chances of more content, more DLC, and or another game.
Yeah, another part in the future.
Yeah, which drives me crazy because like people are like, oh my god, it needs to stay on one. No, you want it to be shared. Like, okay, yes, give it timed. Because chances are the people who really want to play it will buy it on, obviously Xbox because that's where they want to play it. However, they're putting it into Game Pass, so truthfully, it's not going to sell as much as obviously it could. Because Game Pass, you literally just have to pay $9.99 a month, and you don't have to pay the full price of the game.
True, but it does have that cool bonus benefit thing where if you pay $50 for the, was it, Ultimate Edition, I think it's called, you get early access. That's way before Game Pass, which is cool because that's the one my brother's getting, and he's a State of Decay fan.
Yeah.
So that does help for the hardcore State of Decay fans out there. And also, I believe the first one came out on PC first, didn't it? And then later on they added it on Xbox 360.
I think
so. I'm kind of like confused if people. Well, I did see some, but I'm confused why some people are complaining, and if more people complain about it, that it's going to PC when it was already in PC in the first place. I don't know if it came out date and date. Like I said, I think it came out first on PC and then it went over to the 360. But it shouldn't matter. We're used to Xbox games being on PC all the time anyway. It doesn't have anything else to do with that. And I don't know anything about it going to PlayStation because I do think that Microsoft had a big hand in helping them do this game. So that's why I'm kind of like, well, that's PlayStation. No, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's their like little thing to boast about, and that's why you would want to play it on Xbox as opposed to anywhere else because it's more accessible, and not everybody has a PC to, I guess, play all of the cool games they have on there. But either way, it shouldn't matter if it is going to Steam because it's been on PC before anyway, and so I kind of already expected that. I don't know if it's actually confirmed though, to be honest. I saw a couple articles even today. Saying that they're not sure, that they think it's going to Steam, you know?
Yeah, so, I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, it's going to, it's going to sell. Besides, Steam, again, is not a console. It's going to PC gamers, not console gamers. So, I still think it's a good thing for, for State of Decay to get out there and get their game sold and have as many people enjoy it as possible because truthfully, that's the point of being a gamer in the first place, is so everybody can enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's a fun game, and if more people have access to it, as you can see with other games, the better it does, and then you can get future titles for that franchise.
Yep, exactly.
So, it being talked about over on the PC side does not bother me. I actually expected that already. If it doesn't go on PC, that would surprise me, to be honest. I would be like, really? Oh, okay. So it's gonna be an official exclusive instead of a console exclusive, you know? So
hold on.
I don't.
That's it. We're up to 6 subscriptions today, guys. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Subscription.
Subscribe. I would take a bullet through the brain for you. I really would. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all these subscribes. So yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Oh man, it was fun. All the subscribers, welcome. But yeah, I was just saying about State of Decay. So, yeah, I would be surprised if it goes to PC. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to PC. I'm sorry, my brain's somewhere else now.
I was gonna say,
I lost train of concentration. But it's cool, regardless. It's cool. I'm okay with it. Whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I don't understand why some people would complain about that, to be honest. I really don't.
I think, just overall, I'm happy to see it get out there and get known. So.
Yeah, the fact that the game's coming out, and we finally have a release date for it, that's what I'm looking forward to. The fact that it has co-op, and I could play that game with my brother, that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't care about it being on PC, you know?
That's true. That is true. Alright, so moving on to some more topics that we have for you guys today. Okay. We have the joys, of course.
I think we have one more, right?
I believe so. Okay. God of War game reviews. You want to get into the God of War game reviews?
Oh, the fact that it's get amazing reviews?
It definitely is. There's a lot of people who are giving it a 10 out of 10. Like,
Whoa,
straight
I
across
know,
the
right?
board, all the way. So yes, as everyone knows, today God of War released on PlayStation 4. It is an exclusive to that console, so if you want to play it, you have to have a PlayStation. Of course, it's $59.99. I was actually streaming it this morning. Like I said, I actually did like the whole makeup and everything for it. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of
I'm hearing a butt. Butt? What happened?
No. It's not really a butt, but it's more of like trying to think of what game it reminds me of, like game style, like the game mechanics. Cause like.
Well, first, can I ask you if you've played the other God of Wars before? Oh, you haven't?
No. I wasn't really much of a I was a PC gamer before I became an Xbox gamer, so.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. But like, sometimes friends, that's how I played it. I played it on my friend's console. I didn't have a PS3 at the time, so that's where I played most of the God of Wars, or tried most of the God of Wars. Before that, my brothers played them on PS2, but I didn't like it at the time. But what's it called? Yeah, it is a different play style, but I don't know like how I would place it.
Yeah.
I'm just over the shoulder style.
I'm just trying to think of exactly. So the way that, like, okay, you have to play the boy and, like, well, at times, I guess, there's the bow that he shoots.
You tell him to shoot it, right?
Yeah. And then, of course, you're playing as the dad and stuff like that, but.
Kratos.
My thing about, like, I'm trying to think of, it kind of, I didn't actually play, what the heck is that Guardian one that just came out? I am like so tongue-tied when it comes to games today. Oh,
Guardian?
Or
the Colossus one?
No.
Shadow of the Colossus?
No.
Guardian.
Legends of the Guardian? The one with the big dog-looking thing.
Oh, the Last Guardian.
Last Guardian, that's it.
Why didn't I think of that? That was so obvious.
I could not, like, oh my god. Sorry, guys. I'm like, okay,
which, by the way, the Last Guardian is linked with the Colossus game. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But okay, so Last Guardian, the thing about that game is, like, it kind of somewhat reminds me of that. I haven't really played much of that, but, like, you have, like, the big dog, and then, of course, you have, like, the kid. And this, you have, like, Kratos, who is, like, running around with his son, and he's, like, he's so mean to his son. He's, like...
He's a strict dad.
He is. He's, like, you're not ready. You're not ready. Boy, stop talking. Like, I'm like, seriously, dude. Stop being so mean. Like, he's holding his own. He's shooting that arrow, freaking saving your butt while you're dying. Like, gee, like, I was like, holy crap. But, I'm hoping that as the story goes, the whole dynamic between the two of them get more touching, I guess, because, like, you start off with, like, his wife is dead, obviously, and you get this real, like, touching moment where, he's feeling, like, you could see how he feels with losing her and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden he just goes into, like, this strict, hard-ass dad kind of thing, and he's just like, boy, I said don't talk. Like, dude,
boy,
why?
That's his name.
That's all he calls him. He's like, boy, don't do that.
He's 3 hours in and he hasn't heard him say his name.
No, he doesn't say his name.
Oh man, that's funny.
He does not say his name. He just constantly, boy. I'm like, dude, he's your son. He's not a dog. Like, can we have a little bit of emotional attachment to him? Like, I don't know. I guess maybe that's just the characters, but.
Well, yeah, of course. He's like a tough dude. I mean, I don't want to say anything like worse than that, but he's a hard butt.
A hard butt?
Yeah, he's a tough dude. He's supposed to be like that. He's like cold and stuff. So
he seemed pretty warming to his wife.
I mean, we don't know how that went. We didn't see all that.
The kid has a name. Obviously, he has a name. He just seems to like to call him boy.
Potential spoilers, everyone. He calls him boy a lot.
I know, right? It's like the biggest freaking. Oh, hey guys, guess what? They call him boy.
I mean, the only thing I can say is I saw gameplay from different people, and I also watched Timodos play it last night when it came out, and it looks awesome graphically.
It
The game
does.
looks awesome. I like the way the combat feels, even though I know how Tim, he was like, I can't get a hang of the combat, it's kind of tough. But like when he does cool things, I like it a lot. It looks badass. So I'm looking forward to trying the game because I am going to pick it up for my younger brother today.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to him playing it and seeing what he thinks because he only watched him play a little bit and he was like, wow, it looks awesome. But he's so used to the way God of War was because he and my other brother played him. So to hear his feedback on that would be very interesting. I only played a little bit of God of War 3 and the others because most of the time they were QTE moments and you were fighting a giant titan. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have moments like that in this game as well. But I'm interested to try it myself. And I'm
Wait,
looking
he
forward to
thought he thought the fighting was actually kind of hard?
He said it was tough and he couldn't like get a hang of it. But
Really?
that was,
I
like, when
found
he
that
started...
was like the easiest thing ever. Like, man, I was on a roll. I was able to like
Dang.
throw the
Sorry,
axe,
Tim.
bring it back, throw the
I'm
axe,
not
bring
trying to
it
make you
back.
feel bad
Like,
at all.
I was like
I
straight
swear.
up in there, freaking just going to town. I actually, that's one
Yeah,
of the things
but-
I actually like is the fighting. I didn't like the boss
Nice.
though. The boss drove me up the stranger. That guy I hated because like he literally, you fight him like 3 times, his stupid health bar goes all the way to the top. Like seriously, how many times do you have to die, dude? Like seriously.
Yeah.
It
But
drives me
in Tim's
crazy.
defense, because I don't want to make him feel bad. That was yesterday when he was playing it. He also played it again this morning, and he looked like he was doing much better than when he first started the game. So either way, I'm looking forward to trying it. Whether I
Yeah.
like the combat or not, I'm more interested in the game itself and seeing the difference and the changes they have made because it plays completely differently than before. What do you actually think of the Metacritic score that they're getting or that it is already?
I have always like I don't agree with any review numbers. Like the whole fact of turning around and saying like, oh, it's a 10 out of 10, and technically, like, to be honest, like the whole idea of rating a game, it's your opinion, so it really should be in impressions, not obviously. I don't know why someone deleted that comment. Oh, I get it. No spoilers. I get it. No spoilers. Like, so I do think it's a really good game. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It plays well. But for people to be like, oh my god, it's a 10 out of 10, I don't think any game is absolutely perfect. I'm sure there's some issues.
Yeah, I don't think almost any. Well, I doubt that there's any game out there that's perfect.
No
but
video
it does.
game ever comes out perfect. But
Yeah, but it does depend on personal preference. So I might rate a game higher than you a lot depending on the
exactly,
game. So
because
I can say like Life is Strange is closer to a 10, and then you could say not for me. You know, like obviously most of the time it is opinion based. So.
But that's where the problem comes in, because that's not how it's portrayed. It's when they give numbers on it, they're pretty much saying like, this is like the whole world is saying it's 10 out of 10. Like that's kind
It's
of
factual.
What they do, and it drives me
Yeah.
crazy. It drives me crazy because a game is never perfect, and to turn around and like IGN is like, oh my god, it's a 10 out of 10. That would mean like everybody at IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. Like I doubt it, dude.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
His
But
name is
yeah.
Ulrich.
So
Yeah.
so right now the Metacritic is sitting at well, I think they're all in, but I'm not 100% sure. There's probably still people turning in their reviews, and it's at 95, which a lot of people agree with so far. But you don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. And then we have some user reviews out, and that one is at 91. So it is a little bit of a difference, but people just got the game anyway, so we'll see how that goes as people beat the game and if they like the progression system and everything, because
That's
this
the
one is different and
story.
it has like
Yeah.
XP and upgrade stuff, and it is different.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see like where the story goes and all that kind of stuff.
That is the
so.
most important part, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, yeah, most RPGs are like that's kind of if they don't have like graphics. See, my thing about like RPGs is they're meant to look gorgeous and they're meant to have an amazing story. If they don't have those, then the game's lacking. I don't think God of War is gonna have that issue. So I'm excited to see where it goes. And so yeah.
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 Overall, I understand the hype behind this title because it is God of War.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people would be upset over this number because, like you said, the reviews are not the holy grail. Like, it's not what they say and that's it. That's a part of it. So if people choose to go check out reviews and try to be influenced by them on their purchase, that's one thing. But that's only some people's opinion, not everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you should try the game out yourself. You should be your
or
own
ask somebody
reviewer.
close to you.
Yeah, you could ask your friends. I think normally your friends would know what you like, or you know, they'll give you a real opinion as opposed to somebody online that you don't know. That's also very true. So I understand the hype behind it. I don't understand any hate. The fact that people are upset that it's already a 95 and they don't think it should get that, and they think that maybe it's just because it's a PlayStation game. I don't know if I agree with that at all.
The thing is, though, like what a lot of people aren't taking into account is there's actually people who have had this game for, I think it's like a week and a half now. The review copies went out. So there are people who actually have beat this game.
Yeah.
So, like, for it to come out saying that it's like a 95 or something, it's not like it's not like it's not fleets. It's not like it can't be true because there have been people who have beat the game, so they would know if it actually was like a really good story or
if it's worth it for them. Yeah.
So, you know, I don't fully agree with like people's
being upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is what it is, but I also don't hold them to that high of a standard to be upset over it, you know?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I could say, oh, I don't agree with that, or I don't agree with this. I could say that, and I could go about my day and still enjoy a game, even if it has a lower score. Even if I don't agree with what it has. And if a game did get high ratings and I agree with that rating, awesome. That's a rare moment, though.
That is true.
So.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, it is now 10 after 1. And, I think it's just about time for them Foxy deals.
Oh, yes. Foxy deals. Oh, wait. Actually, I have them right here. I don't know why I was about to look at my phone. Alright. So, this week's Foxy deals. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for all the subs. That's funny. Alright, so let's start the Foxy deals with Xbox Games with Gold. And also, just so you guys know, I do these more often than only on here. I also do them on Twitter, so if you have heard of these before, that's why. Alright, so over on Xbox Deals with Gold, we have, these are some of the games that stood out to me. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of great deals going on. The first one that stands out, which is Skyrim, is $20. The next one is Ghost Recon, is $24, but you could get the one that has more content, and I think it's the Gold Edition, that's $33. And they might have another one after that. And a lot of people are playing this, especially with the recent DLC that came out regarding Splinter Cell and everything, so this game is really hype mode right now. And then the next one would be Rise of the Tomb Raider, which this is the 20th anniversary. It's $18, completely worth it. But if you have Game Pass, I think you could play in there as well. Just not with every DLC. Then the other one that Shewulf would approve would be Outlast 2. That is $9.90. And then the last one is a classic, but a good one, and it's Mass Effect 2, which is a back compat on Xbox One and the 360, and that is $6 actually. So yeah. The next batch of games I'm going to mention is on PlayStation. So PlayStation Plus discounts. These are some of the games that stood out to me. We have Star Wars Battlefront 2, $30. Call of Duty World War II and Destiny 2 bundle. That's a very, very big difference. You have old school and you have futuristic game. That is $68 and change. And then we have Overwatch which I always see on sale all the time, whether it be on Xbox or PlayStation. It is $30. And recently they're doing an event on there, and they have a lot of new character skins and stuff like that. It's actually really fun. I played it recently. And then we also have Rise of the Tomb Raider on sale. Same price, $18, 20th anniversary. And then the last one would be Crash. Crash Bandicoot is 24.
Nice.
Some online deals that I found for you guys. I'll just point out a few. And the first one, which I did an unboxing video of because I found this, I bought it instantly, and then I posted it on Twitter, so I had first dibs. Sorry, guys. It's just, it is what it is. And that is the Battlefield 1 collector's set. So I have the statue, I have all the little tiny knickknacks and everything, but it does not include the game, aka I already have the game, so this didn't bother me not one bit. And it was only $13. Yes, $13 for an awesome, very detailed statue. Completely worth it. And I got this over at electronic.woot.com. And I know the website sounds kind of sketchy, but they're actually affiliated with Amazon. So you could actually use your Amazon Prime to buy this. And I know a lot of people that have been messaging me saying they ordered theirs, some already got theirs. So, not only did I get it, but other people are getting it as well. So the link is on my Twitter if you guys are interested in that. The next one is God of War, which we already talked about. So if you want the code and it's discounted, go to greenmangaming.com and you could get God of War for $54, and that's a code, so it obviously is digital. And then the next one is one of my favorite games, Life is Strange Before the Storm, for Xbox and PlayStation on Amazon, and it's $20. And then the last one would be a Western Digital hard drive, 4 terabyte, portable HD or portable hard drive, and it's $90 over on Newegg. Pretty great deal. You guys have a lot of games. You need that hard drive action, definitely. So yeah, those are all the deals that I have right now for you guys, but like I always say, check out my Twitter because I do share that and more. If you're interested, just check out the hashtag FoxyDeals and you could find them even quicker because I know I tweet a lot.
Yep, you do.
Hey, Lucas talking.
It's not a bad thing.
Tweet a lot.
I am not saying it's a bad thing. Just saying we are the Twitter queens. No.
So what do you think?
They were good. They were good deals. Make sure you guys go check out her Twitter, like she said, because she posts a lot of amazing deals. Like my South Park that I never got, which sucks, but oh well.
Oh yeah, I posted that a couple times, girl.
I know, but I never have the money, so it is what it is. Alright, so moving on, did we have any questions from Twitter?
Yeah, actually, we have some questions from last week, I believe. I'm looking for them right now. I think we had some from Scromo and Tim. Alright, this is the one from Scrotum. Do you think the reviewers do you think reviewers who are not parents can still have a fair and objective review on a game, such as God of War or Last of Us? Or do they have to be parents to fully comprehend the family dynamic between a character and the storyline? Between the characters and the storyline. Very interesting question. Like story.
I don't think you should have to have okay. It's not like you're dumbfounded towards like kids or anything. You like I'm sure everybody has like nieces or nephews or cousins or heck you were a child. You know how your parents were. Like yes, the connection between a parent and a child is definitely different, but at the same time you still react to like your nieces and nephews kind of the same way, or possibly like your friends' kids if you're really close to your friends that have kids, or again, you were a child yourself, so like I don't think you need to have kids to be able to review a game that deals with a family dynamic.
Right.
Personally.
See, I don't think you have to, but obviously it does depend on the person. So maybe the person have no link with families, or they see it more as a game and they don't get enthralled in the storyline. But I think certain people who do care about the characters and stuff could be affected by it, even if they don't have kids, even if they don't have nieces and nephews. So yeah, I agree. I don't think you have to be a parent to fully review
Unless you're a
game.
cold-hearted
Whoa.
ass. I
Hey.
don't. Hey, we're on 18 plus, so technically I can say ass. But unless you're cold-hearted and you really don't care, anybody can sympathize with a kid, whether you have one or not.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I think anybody could get into the storyline, but also that could also have something to do with the game itself. If the game portrays it well and can make you feel like you're immersed, right? So
Yeah.
it does factor a couple little things, but they're little things, right? But overall, I still think you can care about a character and the story and what's happening if somebody gets, killed in front of you, murdered in front of you.
It makes you question if that's the case, was the person who wrote this story a parent? Like, you have to take that into consideration as well, because, like, if they don't even have kids, then can you turn around and be like, well, could you really get the story right because you don't, like, there's so many different things around that it's so hard to tell, because a good story writer doesn't need to have kids to be able to feel, like, sympathy for, a father and a child, or, whatever. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think most writers do try to put themselves in those shoes when they're writing science fiction. If they're writing old school medieval story, if they're writing a love story, they try to put themselves in those shoes, and maybe they do research and they try to listen to different people's opinions, and they try to. Yeah, but good writers, I would say. Not everybody, but yeah, to portray a good storyline, you need to have somewhat information, the right information, maybe a little bit of experience and everything like that. But you never know. And like I said, these are little things that do. I mean, you could mention, but they're small things. Overall, if you're playing the game, you don't need to have a kid or be a parent to care about the characters. And I don't think that you have to be a parent to review a game like that. You could just know, you could just feel it, right? And if something bad happens in the game, you could say, wow, that really sucks, that made me sad. You could still have empathy and everything like that.
That is true. That is true.
So thank you very much, Scrotum, for that question. Scromio. Alright, so the next question we have from Timidos, who's in the chat. Thank you for the support.
Yeah.
And he says,
Timidos, with those comments, those kind of comments can we keep to ourselves?
Wow. Really, Tim? Okay. Well, maybe I won't read his question then.
Little darling, if you're reading the chat, please don't be reading the chat right now.
Don't read the chat.
I hope she's not.
Okay. Up to you. You let me know. Okay, we're gonna leave his question for last. Alright, Crab Gamer says, what custom controller would you like? What? Okay. What custom controller would you like Microsoft to make if you could have anything? I guess.
Don't we always answer these kind of questions?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever.
We could ask these kind of things, like the consoles and the controllers.
Yes, we've had the custom consoles and stuff. This is true. If anything, I say Life is Strange, because I did see like a Life is Strange style colored controller, but it wasn't a custom controller. It just had the color, so it was like black, white, and pink. And it looked really cool, aka that's kind of like our logo back there. And I really liked it, and I was like, man, I would like to buy that. But if it had like a little Life is Strange logo on the side, that would be cool too. Or maybe the characters' names or something. I would like Life is Strange, because that is one of my favorite games.
I want a controller of my awesome logo whenever it actually gets finished.
Girl, game!
Oh, it has to be a game?
No, I'm kidding. He just said custom controller.
Well, that's what I thought you said, was just a custom controller. If that's the case, I want one of myself.
Oh, okay.
Well, why? Like, you can get like, I don't know, Spyro. I want a Spyro one. I want a cool purple and gold looking one for Spyro.
If we could have any controller, girl, I'm gonna go off into another, like, extra thing. It's just like, oh, I want a Buffy controller. It's just something random.
Buffy would be
But
cool
I was
too.
trying to keep it gaming, that's why.
Alice would be cool too. Like, I guess a Cheshire Cat one would be pretty
Alice?
cool.
Oh, yeah, that's so
There's
you.
a like there would be
Definitely.
a cool like steampunk look to it if they did Alice.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
I
the
could see
thing.
you
There's
getting
so
that.
many cool games out there that could have custom controllers, but truthfully, because there's like custom controller guys out there, I technically could have any controller I want, and I haven't done it, so I just don't really.
Wow.
Kind of.
Okay.
It's just
How
one of
about,
those things. Like,
hmm.
so many.
Well,
You know
I'll
what
say
I want?
something because,
You know what I want?
what?
If
Okay, what?
if I could choose for Microsoft to create a custom controller, how about just bring the option to put whatever decals I want on my own controller on your friggin' design lab to begin with. And then I can just
Ooh.
make whatever I want.
Okay. Well, she wants the option to do whatever she wants now, so get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a gaming den one. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Then you and I
Would
both
it have
one.
like the little ears and the tail?
I don't know. Well, then, if
That
that
would be
case, I
awkward.
can't use it. It would just be for display.
That would be really awkward to like. Well, no, I guess no, cause no, that would be awkward. I don't know how you would do it.
Oh man.
The ears wouldn't be able to be on it. I need a 3D printer because I would print that out as just like a cool little.
Yeah, like collectible, not
Yeah.
something I could use.
Yeah.
If I had a 3D printer, I would be doing pop figures of myself. Actually,
That
of
would
the
be
character
cool
you
too.
made me.
That'd
That's
be
what I
cool
would do
too.
with a 3D printer.
I want a 3D printer. I want a pop
But yeah.
figure. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know. There's so many good ideas you could do for a custom controller. Obviously, some people are out there are sick of custom controllers, but I can say Life is Strange. I can say a specific Gears of War style that I want. I can say a game I'm looking forward to. Vampire could have a custom controller.
That's
I could
what
go on
mean.
forever.
Like, there's so
But,
many good games
yeah.
that would have cool looking controllers if you had the options. So it's hard to
Yeah.
determine.
Let's go to another question from Don Julio. And he was Don Julio Mustachio. I used to like that name. That was really cool. So he left this one in our YouTube, our last video, in the comments section. So thank you for that. And his question is, so what's better MMO, Terra or Skyforce? Or no, Skyforge, sorry. And will Black Desert Online be better when it arrives? And I'm gonna throw that question to you because I don't know anything about those games.
Terra is better. Okay, so the thing about MMOs is, personally, they're both going to be just as good because it all depends on the style of game you like to play. Where, you know, Terra has that cool supernatural, majestic kind of character look to them. Where
Yeah, very fantasy. Very
yes,
fantasy.
fantasy. There you go. There's the perfect word. Where Black Desert is more your anime, perfect
okay.
male and female character kind of thing. So it's kind of like whatever you would want to portray yourself as. Now, me personally, I like Terra better. I did like the game mechanics a lot better, but at the same time, Black Desert was still a really amazing MMO as well. So I think all MMOs do good regardless because, like, you have to look at, like, what do you call it? Like, World of Warcraft and you have Guild Wars 2. Like, they both brought two completely different aspects to it. Like, Guild Wars 2 was more focused on, like, dragon bosses, where World of Warcraft was more featured around, like, the actual monster type bosses and stuff like that. Like, it all depends on the environments that each game brings.
Yeah,
that
the worlds
pulls you
around
in.
you.
Yes. So
Yeah. Another thing I want to point out, besides the details to like the style, would be the where you could play these games. So the other game that he mentioned besides Terra was Skyforge, and both Terra and Skyforge are available on Xbox and PlayStation. So console gamers can play those MMOs as opposed to Black Desert, who's still available only on PC, right?
yeah.
So, not everybody has access to those games, and so I wouldn't even know unless I wouldn't know it to ask anybody unless they were on PC about Black Desert. And I know that they showed it off a little bit on E3, right? On Xbox E3. They showed off a little bit of the gameplay and stuff, but you pointing out like it's more anime style, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. As opposed to the other games who are different and they have more fantasy. And I think Skyforge is more sci-fi style.
Kinda.
But have you tried that one yet or no?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But it does definitely seem to have that kind of, like, again, it all kind of goes by like what style you see yourself playing, like.
Yeah. And if you like the gameplay as opposed to the other ones.
Yeah.
Because I know they're mostly similar, but they do have different UI, they have different menus.
Usually, see, that's the thing. Like, it's the abilities that pull you in. It's the, you know, the worlds. When it comes to an MMO, it's usually the world. If the world can pull you in from what they offer, like from uniqueness of the monsters to the uniqueness of the bosses to the dungeons, if like that's what's going to pull you in when it comes to an MMO game. So it's really hard to say like, oh, is this one better than this one? Because really you can't say that because all MMOs have the same base outline.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. They're all, you pick a race, you pick a class, you enter into the world, it's a big open world, you raid, you dungeon, you grind. That's the gist of an MMO game.
And you customize your character. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's where, again, it all comes down to the feel of the characters, whether you want more realistic, whether you want sci-fi, whether you want fantasy. It all comes down to what do you personally see yourself playing. And hold on.
Overall, I think you make some great points.
Oh my god, it's a squirrel! Get over yourself!
Oh my god. I don't know what's going on back there. You okay?
He's going crazy because of a squirrel. Dakota, get over here!
Yeah.
Dakota.
I mean, that makes sense. He's a dog. He's
I
like,
know,
squirrel.
but there's a squirrel right at the door. Like, it's just sitting at the door staring at him. So he's
taunting him.
Oh my god, it is.
To fight.
Oh my god, such a dog. But yeah, so, like, that's my personal opinion when it comes to MMO. It's hard to pick one over another because it all comes down to what you personally feel like. I guess if you could be one thing other than yourself, what would you want to be?
Yeah. And these worlds give you the ability.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, thank you for that insight on MMOs. I had no idea. Like, some of that stuff I know because you've told me about it, but I really don't. It's not my type of game. I've tried them, but I just can't get into them like you. But yeah, overall, try them out. See which one you guys like. Thank you, Don Julio, for that question. And then we have someone who's kind of asking about E3 leaks. And I know that his question is very specific, but I'm not gonna get into the specific of what he's asking, because there's been so many leaks since then. But I think Herman on Twitter asked about what do you think regarding these Xbox E3 leaks that are happening. And the only thing I can think of is I'm not surprised that they're happening. They happen all the time.
That they do.
I'm just trying not to pay attention to them. And, I mean, if anything, there's some that we'll probably talk about soon. But I don't want to get into the specifics of it because I'd rather wait and see when the day comes, when I can be surprised, when I can see officially what it is instead of what somebody's kind of saying. So yeah, like that's basically his question. He did mention some games. Forza Horizon 4. Are we surprised? No. We already knew that this was coming. And then the other one would be NBA Playgrounds, which I don't know that much about the game, but if there's another basketball or sports game coming around the corner, that's another thing I'm not surprised about, you know? But I do appreciate you asking regarding that. Do you want to add anything else to that?
Honestly, I'm not surprised about the leaks. What else is new? They tend to love to do that all the time. Do that. And then they ruin it for everybody. But yeah. I don't think that that's it. I don't think that that's what is the end for all. Because, like, first off, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, we know was already going to be on there, but I just can't see that be all. Like,
Yeah, that's not everything they're gonna announce. Yeah, definitely.
And plus, like, if Microsoft didn't want that to leak, dude, if you drop that, your dumb ass is fired, so aren't you the dumb one? Like, I don't understand why people, like, love to throw out leaks.
You notice that Microsoft is so easily a target of that?
It is. It is.
Like, even up to the day before, we knew the Xbox One S was coming.
Yeah.
You know, even months before, we knew something called Project Scorpio was in the works, even though, you know, everybody was talking about how it's going to be a better console. We just didn't know how better, right? So everything was leaks and rumor based.
Yep.
You know? So it's kind of like, I hate them, to be honest. It is interesting to talk about because that's why we have some podcasts out there like this to talk about it. Obviously, we talk about way more than leaks and rumors, but it is interesting to talk about. And if I hear, you know, rumblings of something that I'm looking forward to being in the works, that does get me a little hyped up. But I'd rather just be surprised the actual day. That's all I want.
Won't you actually be more surprised? So, okay, so what if this leaked and now everybody's like, oh my god, this is all Xbox has. So, of course, people are under surprised. Like, you know, they're not expecting much. And then everybody goes into watching E3 and then, like, they just, like, boom, here's, like, games that weren't on the list. And we're like, what?
I mean, that kind of happened last year a little bit. We were underwhelmed when we found out the price of the Xbox One X beforehand, and we were kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, we kind of knew that, yeah. But then we saw a whole bunch of games that we weren't expecting. Oh, there was like what, 40-something games, and we were like, dang, we didn't expect that. Even though some of those were like, you know, AA games, we were surprised with how many there were on screen. Every 2 seconds, it was another Xbox One exclusive or Xbox launch exclusive, and all that happened. And we were surprised even at the end when they showed Anthem. We weren't expecting that either, which I don't know where that game is right now, but that's another story for another day.
Yep, I agree.
All right, and the last question, like I said, is from Timodos. He said, or he asked, with Crash and Medieval and the new Spyro all getting remakes, what other games from that era would you like to see be remade for current gen?
Kingdom Hearts.
You want a what? There's no way.
I want Kingdom.
They already did Kingdom Hearts.
No, I want Kingdom Hearts
on the PS3.
But I want Kingdom Hearts to
PS4.
be like remastered so it will release on these consoles, or just like release the old Kingdom Hearts on, like, I want 1 and 2 before 3 comes out. Which, I mean, where the hell is my 3, damn it?
Okay.
Like,
first of all, girl, I'm right here. Calm down. Yeah. I got you. But listen, if you want to play Kingdom Hearts, they're on PlayStation 4. They're already done.
No, I don't want them on PlayStation 4. I want them on Xbox.
But it's he said current gen, so it's already being made. You know?
Either way, I guess mine are already done because, like, Spyro's getting remade.
Spyro,
so,
yeah.
That was like, I didn't play a lot of I played MMOs growing up. Like, I was really into World of Warcraft and like Guild Wars. I played so much Dungeons and Dragons. So
I have an idea. I have one.
Kinda.
Didn't you say you played Blinks or something?
Yeah.
So would you like that to be remade?
Back compat, so.
Yeah, but I mean, true.
No, I don't think it needs to.
Should debunk the heck out of that.
It, like, the thing about, like, that game getting remastered or whatever, all it's gonna do is just make it look prettier. Like.
Okay. Well, that is the point for most of these games that are being remade, but sometimes they do remake them from the ground up.
I may want Spyro, but chances are I'm probably not going to play it much. Like,
you'll probably play and stream it a little bit, but I think it's more so for the new generation, aka I'm getting that for my niece.
Yeah,
she knows who Spyro is. Yeah, you see, and she knows who Spyro is because of Skylanders. So, you know.
It's just, that's the thing. Like, when it comes down to it, like, remasters are awesome, but chances are majority of us don't really care because there's so many freaking games coming out now. Why, like, I have such a backlog on Xbox to begin with, like.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll point out some that well, a few that I want to get remade or remake. I mean, from the ground up, not just like, hey, this is a remaster. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit better. Um, I don't care if it looks a little bit better. I would like for it to play better as well. So I would say the Legacy of Kain games, they're like vampire games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not only Legacy of Kain, it was like Blood Omen and Soul Reaver and stuff like that. And they had multiple parts. I think they had like two for Blood Omen and then two for Soul Reaver and then I think another
Yeah.
one for Legacy of Kain. And these were multiple games that were available on the PC, Dreamcast, and stuff like that, the Saturn and PlayStation 1 and 2. So I think they only released two over on the OG Xbox because I was tweeting about it and everybody was like, heck yeah, they agreed. And got a lot of likes on that. So that was pretty cool. And I would like for them to remake from the ground up those games. I think that would be really nice. And I know a lot of people that are true fans and hardcore fans of those series from back then. Um, I don't know if they ever will do it. It depends if like the vampire hype comes
Mm-hmm.
back because I think that's why they were available because we had so many vampire things going on in the 90s. So those are the ones that I would like to see come back again.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, those are the questions that we have. We also got a lot of awesome comments over on the YouTube video from last time, and thank you all for leaving positive feedback, great show, and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Nice words from everyone. And
Definitely.
if you guys want to leave us any questions, send it to our Twitter DMs or just tag us on it, and then leave them in the comment section if you watch the video later on.
On YouTube. So yeah. Well, that means that this show is now coming to an end, guys. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys that came and hung out with us today. Also, a huge shout out to all you guys that subbed to the channel. You guys are amazing. That was crazy.
There's a lot of you.
Remember, guys, that you may possibly have a free subscription on Mixer if you were logged in between April 14th and April 15th. You can just hit that pretty pink button up at the top. And you could have a redeem gift down in the left-hand corner of the box that pops up. So, you're more than welcome to use it on my channel if you'd like to. If not, it's all cool too. But either way, you could have one. So, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I hope you guys obviously catch up on everything else that we're doing. You can catch me Monday to Fridays hanging out here on Mixer.com, xSHEWULFx with you. Now, no streaming all different games. I will be playing Fortnite on Monday. So make sure you come hang out. It is open lobby. And then we're playing Terra on Tuesday. I am sticking to my regular schedule. So make sure you guys come check it out. Have some fun. What about you, Fox?
You know me, girl, making videos on my YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys check that out. Subscribe. Give me some awesome comments. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. Really appreciate all the feedback that I get on there. And yeah, I make all kinds of videos. Throwback Thursdays, unboxings, topic videos, and all that good stuff. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter, where I share Foxy deals as well as talk to everybody in the community. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that was hanging out in the chat and anybody who listens later. Really appreciate that. And also, I just wanted to say big love and rest in peace to Xbox Addict, who was a big part of the community, and he will be missed very much. And there's a lot of awesome people on Twitter who are still, showing their respect and wearing his logo and everything. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I wasn't actually gonna end the show without doing a whole thing. I figured we were gonna kind of
No, it's all
do
good.
that
I mean,
after.
it's okay. I just jumped in.
It's all,
I
it
just
works.
jumped in, girl.
It works. Yes, there is a GoFundMe on Twitter, guys. Go see if you can find it. You can go to Xbox Addict on Twitter to find this link.
Yeah, everybody's sharing it. You should be able to find it.
Yes, please. You don't have it, even if it's not a lot. Everyone's trying to help raise some money for his family. He left, I believe, 3 kids, and of course his lovely wife Samantha. She got horrible news that Xbox Addict did in fact pass away after finding him critically. I guess in critical, in critical condition. and so it was a very, very sad day. No, you can post that, Phantom. If you want to post the link in there, that'd be fine. But yeah, please guys, even if you can't say, you know, if you can't help donations or whatever, then just go tweet. Just say, hey, I tried, it blocked me. I don't see why it would. I don't have bots that block for links. But, you know, make sure that you guys, even if you didn't really know him, just go, you know, just say something. Just be nice and say something, because he did, you know, he was an amazing gamer. He cared for people. You could literally talk to this guy and you would think like you guys knew each other for years, even if you just met him, because he was that opening, he was that welcoming. And, you know, it was a really, really sad day for Xbox gamers, because all he cared about was just gaming and having a blast with people. And he definitely was taken from us way too soon. Way too soon.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot in his life, you know, and it's really sad to see someone go so early, especially after they've been fighting for so long. It was definitely really sad for me to hear that night, and I was actually in shock. I've known Xbox Addict for years now. He was one of the first people I met in the community since 2015. I've been chatting with him on Twitter.
For 3 years.
Yeah, and I always talk to him about collectibles and stuff. We all know he has an amazing collection, and if you haven't seen it, it just leaves your jaw on the floor, basically. So it's really sad to hear that, and I think a lot of people were just in shock and surprised. So yeah, he's definitely going to be missed in this community, and everybody's, you know, had nothing but nice things to say about him.
I don't know how you wouldn't.
Yeah,
definitely. I really don't know how you wouldn't. He was amazing. So it's so yeah, just like I said, guys, I'll post his Twitter in the chat so that you guys can just go click there and even just say something sweet, even if you didn't actually know him. Just show some support, because, you know, regardless, he was still, you know, he was still an Xbox gamer, and we're trying to get him to 20K followers as well. It was one of his goals he wanted to do. So if you guys could even just go give him a follow, it would be really much appreciated. So yeah, thank you guys.
Well said, sis.
And other than that, I do hope, even on that note, that you guys have an amazing weekend. And yeah, have a good one. And we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.